Hey guys, Disco here, and today I will be giving you I will be doing my first reaction to the Dead by Daylight PTB, the current one that's going on, which is the Alan Wake PTB. If you saw my trailer review of the video, you know that I have no idea who Alan Wake is or anything about the games. So it's very, very difficult for me to be excited about this. But there's a lot of interesting stuff in this PTB that I will definitely test out in bot matches. Um, but again, um, in fact, my reaction video to the trailer, um, got a somewhat negative comment towards me. Like within like an hour before I started recording this video. So that's fun. I didn't fully understand what the person meant, but that's whatever. But alright. Huh. So the first thing that is obvious that I'm seeing here is we have play, archives, and store. And then free play we have killer, survivor, learn to play, and custom game. Interesting. And then down here we have options. 3. Self-explanatory. We have daily rituals, the friends, news, and credits. Alright, is there any outfits that I haven't seen that the PTB randomly shows? Doesn't look like it. Anyways, we'll see the character portrait first because it will be the only non-different one. Huh. I hope you guys. So that's apparently his profile picture. It's not terrible. I'm definitely excited for what I'm currently using. I have two like different packs installed, and I'm very excited for both of the two packs to get updated so I can have have him fit in. Let me just see. Is this new? Actually, this is new. I haven't seen okay, so there's actually outfits I haven't seen yet. These definitely aren't PTB related. I just haven't seen them yet. Huh. So this was designed by somebody. Ooh. Honestly, it's not a bad new outfit. In fact, something that I'm noticing is this game was updated at a weird time. Um, this game was updated. The PTB actually, I have more currency than I do in the life game. Because in the life game, I spent my cells on an outfit, and then I ended up using my shards to get free sweaters. Honestly, I really like this new outfit. But yeah, I haven't seen that outfit before. Is there any killer outfits there is for Legion? Oh, Susie. Ooh, Susie outfit. Honestly, that's not bad. I would love to get that someday. That's a really cool Susie outfit, and it's a set, which is cool. Another outfit designed by somebody. But yeah, no, I would love to get this set someday. Really do need to get more Legion outfits, and that's a really great one. What else did we get? Oh, a Trickster got a thing. Yep, that's, I don't recognize that at all. Teddy Graveyard. Let's look at. Honestly, not bad. It's another bat with nails on it. I think he has a similar bat design with some other outfits. Maybe there might be more like snails, but honestly, the outfit itself is really good. Trickster is a weird place with me because a lot of his outfits I don't feel particularly strongly about. I don't think any of his outfits are bad, but some of them I'm just kind of like indifferent about. But this is definitely, but this one and some others are definitely ones that I very much do like. Uh, Interesting, but yeah, part of why I'm delaying looking at the Man of the Hours because I don't know anything about. Oh yeah, that's right. Knight is still disabled. I wish I knew who that person was, but I don't, so I can only be so interested. Interesting. So this is back when Nia or Fang was wearing the non-deep rift version of the last rift outfit. Interesting. Notice talent. Huh. Not bad. Not bad. I noticed she has a lot of hats on. Fang, like a lot of her outfits, she has something on her head. I complain now. Interesting. So because it's just a survivor, this initial look at the TTB won't be super interesting. I feel like when there's a killer, I feel like when there's both, it's super interesting because you have a lot of new stuff to like talk about and look at. When it's a solo killer, I feel like solo killer chapters are a bit more interesting for initial like first look videos. With PTBs because killers have a lot going on. And there's quite a bit to talk about with them because you got to look at their add-ons and whatnot. Survivors, they don't have any unique add-ons. You know what I mean? So for them, it's just look at the character, read the backstory, look at the perks. That's about it. So I'm happy that there's outfits that I haven't seen before to kind of spice this initial look up. So, and then I'll look at Blights, and then I'll look at Blights, and then I'll probably going, and then before this video ends, I'm going to look at Blight's add-ons as well. We'll look at the Man of the Hour first, of course. But yeah, I'll look at Blight's add-ons, I'll look at Sadako, and then we'll look at Billy. So for gameplay, I'm definitely gonna try to have the survivors all be out on the lake. Again, this chapter, even in this PTB, I know I don't sound very excited. It's because it's like physically, I'm just not capable of it right now. I don't understand who this person is enough. Again, if you want to give me some information on who this person is or anything about the game or anything, uh, leave a comment section in the comment section below because as of right now I don't really have much and I don't really have any information. And again, someone left a not oh yeah, I have seen this arena outfit already. I really do like it. So I guess a few of the outfits I have seen already, they're just still showing up. Oh yeah, Hattie's I think I saw. Yeah, I saw Hattie's outfit already. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, just let me know. I'm not super knowledgeable on who this person is, and it got me a not great comment. I highly doubt that person is watching this video, but if you are, can you please elaborate on your comment? I legitimately, I don't know if you saw my reply, but I didn't understand what you were referring to, and I still don't. So, if you care enough, could you please be a bit more specific with your comment? Because I don't understand. Okay, but this Vittorio outfit is new. Deserted place. Let's get. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. Vittorio's outfit. Oh, he's got like an eye patch on. It's cool. But yeah, Vittorio's outfits are not bad. He's got a lot of good ones. I would say this is another one. Oh yeah, and then I saw this Michaela Alpha array, which I still like. Oh, I love a lot of her alphas. I don't know why I like so many of Michaela's outfits, but I do. She's just got a lot of good ones. But anyways, we will not be actually playing the game, but I will look at Alan Wake now. I guess I was looking at Vittorio when they, yeah, because I'm on Felita now. So I guess when the game got updated, I was still working on Vittorio. Interesting. Alan Wake. Alan Wake, best-selling offer, knows what it means to push back the darkness as perks. Champion of Light. Boon Illumination Deadline make flashlights more powerful, reveal chests and generators, and create more frequent skill checks. And here's from what is going to be called the Revision Pack, or at least that's what it's currently called. Let's look at the man. Yeah, no clue who this is. I don't know who this is. So again, it's hard to be excited about someone I don't know. He looks like a college professor, though. Interesting. Well, let's look at his stuff. Alan Wake, this best-selling offer disappeared many years ago after visiting the town of Bright Falls. No clue what any of that meant. Let's just give him some charms. Brown suit was every word he wrote. He tried to escape the dark place. And Oxford shoes. In a nightmarish realm beyond time and space, he ran for his life. And then his perks should be the only non-unique one. Yep. So he's got Boon Illumination. Your keen insight is something best shared with others. Press and hold the active ability button 1 to near a dual or hex totem to bless it and create a Boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a 24-meter range. I believe the range stays 24 meters, but some of the stats get better once it's purple. Survivors inside your boon totem's range see the aura of all chests and all generators in time. If you have a lit boon totem, you cleanse your blessed totems 6% faster. You can only bless one totem at a time, and if you have any boon totems, those all go to this one. A shift in reality. Heavy was hidden meetings. Return. Then he's got Champion of Light. The glow of the flashlight looks a little different, feels a little warmer. While you are holding a flashlight, this perk activates. When you're shining a flashlight, you have 50% haste. When you successfully blind the killer, they also gain 20% hindered for 6 seconds. This effect cannot stack. And the perk goes on cooldown for 80 down to 60 seconds. Haste, then talks about haste and hindered. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Departure. I know a lot of people are really liking Champion of Light. But I honestly like all of his perks. He's got a very solid build in terms of perks. Deadline. Desperation creeps in and you push yourself to work harder. This perk activates when you are injured. Skill checks appear 6% more frequently when repairing or healing and appear in random places. The penalty for missing skill checks is reduced by 50%. The night had been one desperate situation after another. Departure. Alright, so character info. So now we can look at, so now I can talk about the purple versions, and then I'll read his backstory. So the purple champion of light is, it's still 50% haste, it's still the 20% hindered for 6 seconds. All that's different is the cooldown for boon elimination here. The range stays the same, but the blit boon totem buff is better. It goes up to 10% from 6%, I believe, was per yellow. And then deadline, the skill checks appear more frequently because it's now 10% more frequently, but the penalty is the same. Interesting. So let's, alright, so we'll read the backstory, then I'll go into a custom game lobby because it should, just so that way I can look at Billy, Sadako, and Blight a little bit more. We'll talk about them because they're the last sort of major changes, and then from there, I'll end this video, and then at some point I'll record the video of me playing the game. I was planning on playing Billy because Billy got just in case you're wondering, because Billy kind of got the most substantial change. I'm not great with Billy, and I'm not expecting to do well at all against the bots, but I would like to test out Billy, test him out, and just kind of see how it goes. Backstory. 13 years ago, best-selling author Alan Wake disappeared from the town of Bright Falls under mysterious circumstances. While the outside world moved on, Alan was trapped in the dark place, a strange dimension where Alan's stories come to life. Sitting before his typewriter, Alan wrote page after page as time seemed to stand still outside the window of his cabin. He conquered terrors and demons from the darkest recesses of his mind in the hope of writing the one story that could lead to the escape from the dark place. Only then would Alan be able to return to the real world and reunite with his wife Alice. But escape never came, and after an eternity of writing, Alan lost all hope of ever returning to the life he once knew. And then he remembered something. One of the first scripts he wrote for the show Night Springs so many years ago, a tense supernatural thriller he called Dead of Night about a group trapped in a nightmare world. The episode ended with them all escaping by. Alan struggled to remember. His time on Night Springs was an ancient history, and the dark place was a thief of time and memories. The only solution was to recreate the script from memory, as many drafts are as needed, until Alan remembered how the episode ended. With every iteration of the script, the dark place changed around Alan, placing him in the middle of the action. Every failed ending brought Alan back to the cabin and the typewriter. Undeterred, Alan tried again and again until the ending came to him like a voice whispering in his mind. Alan wrote the final draft and found himself back was his characters, standing before a wall of black fog. Looking at the fog sent chills up and down Alan's spine, but he knew this was how the episode ended. He watched his character pass through the wall of fog, leaving the nightmare world behind. Alan stared down the wall, struck by a realization the episode had ended on an ambiguous note. Did the characters return home? Did they make it back to their loved ones? Alan couldn't remember what he had intended. He wanted to turn back, to start again, and write just one more draft. No sooner had the thought crossed his mind than he saw it, a dim light flickering to life deep within the fog. A sign, a way home, after all the time there it was, right in front of him. Alan took a deep, trembling breath and entered the fog, never taking his eyes off the light in the distance. Yeah, none of that made any sense to me, but interesting. But definitely an interesting backstory, but I didn't understand any of it. So now let me go to custom game, and I should just be on Dredge. Yep. So let's start with Blight. We'll start with Blight add-ons once I find him. Blight. His picture is unique. Like, every picture here is unique, and yet I can't find him. There he is. Festive. He's got a great mask. So they didn't touch the power at all, so I don't need to go over that. But they did change, I think, almost, if not every add-on. So the placebo tablet, I don't know if they touched this one actually, but this is what we call his meme add-on. So it's a pill that's utterly ineffective. Or is it? Decreases movement speed while rushing by 15%, so you're now slower when you're rushing. But you gain more blood points on the score of that. You gain 100% more blood points. Fox Glove, a poisonous plant that sparked Talbot's interest in chemistry. It rekindled deeply buried memories. Decreases rush recovery time by 0.25 seconds. The compound 7. I don't think any of the browns so far have been touched, but I can't fully remember, so I'm just going over all of it just to be safe. Compound 7. This early sample failed to achieve desired results, but demonstrated surprising effects regardless. Automatically faced the nearest survivors in 60 meters after a slam. Chet's Monocle. A monocle tailbot, however you pronounce that. Rarely used despite its eyesight weakening in later years. Displays the target location of a slam. So yeah, I don't think any of the browns got touched. Shredded notes. The remnants of Talbot's notes, they still contain some valuable information within. Decreases maximum rush tokens by 1. Decreases time to charge a rush token by 0.43 seconds. Pustula dust. Dried pustula petals ground into a fine dust. Increases maximum slam duration by 0.75 seconds. I believe the plague bile, I'm pretty sure, was touched. A sample of the plague's bile, distilled and treated towards a mixture of chemicals, increases turn rate while rushing by 10%. So I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, this got like a new functionality, so they must have taken out, if I'm correct, they took out whatever was its old function and gave it the new one, I believe. Canker thorn. A sizable thorn snipped from a visceral canker. It secretes a mild toxin, decreases recovery time after rushing by 0.5 seconds. The blighted rat, which I believe got touched as well. A rat that briefly returned to life when ejected with serum. Becoming aggressive and uncontrollable. Increases speed while rushing by 2% for each consecutive rush. The Umbra salts, regular sea salts that had momentarily passed through the spirit world, altering its properties in the process. Increases turn rate while rushing by 15%. The Rose Tonic, a mixture made with dried roses from an exceedingly rare new moon bouquet, increases maximum slam duration by 1 second. The Compound 21. I think they touched a compound. I don't know if it was this one or not, though. The serum that's fatal to humans. It develops beneficial qualities in those who are something more. Repeals the arts of all survivors in 8 meters for 3 seconds after a slam. Bladed Crow was touched. A dead crow that had been grotesquely mutated by Blight serum. Increases speed while rushing by 3% for each consecutive rush. And then the adrenaline vial, I believe, got touched as well. A hormone removed from an unwilling subject's adrenal gland. While it provides a jolt of energy, it can fatigue its user. Increases maximum rush seconds by 2. Increases maximum look angle while rushing by 20 degrees. And it decreases turn rate while rushing by 55%. Please don't do this. And then Vigo's Journal. The journal of a man who claimed to have returned from the void. The knowledge within has practical applications, grants undetectable while rushing. In a wasteland of forgotten dreams and endless routine, the man was a way out. God, tell what rhymes. Summoning stone. Kobo used this stone to carve what he believed was his research into the opium den's walls. Hitting a survivor as a lethal rush attack will call the entity to block pallets from being pulled down within a 60-meter radius. every location for 15 seconds. Soul chemical. A chemical squeezed from the pineal gland of a recently deceased survivor. Triggers a difficult skill check for any healing or repairing survivors in 60 meters while rushing. Does not trigger for survivors in range at the start of the rush. Alchemist's Ring. A ring given to chemists graduating from the London School of Medicine. It's a reminder of unrestrained ambition. Increases rush duration by 20% for each consecutive rush. And finally, the iridescent blade tag, which was touched, a glass-like laboratory tag. Molded from the fog itself, either a gift for young or a cool. The blade as he wants into others. Enables rush as to be performed without spending tokens. Rush bonuses are capped after 3 consecutive rushes. Blighted Corruption goes on cooldown for 20 seconds after 3 successful lethal rush attacks. And finally, the Compound 33, which I believe was such as well. Talbot, I don't know. When Newton attempt at serum, though it did not facilitate his escape, it did have powerful side effects. Increases rush time by 43% for each consecutive rush that travels at least 4 meters. So now that we're done with Blight, I'll go to Sadako. So Sadako is interesting because they changed pretty much everything about her. I also think it's interesting that you can't see the power name because there's too much text. For the medium of a mysterious videotape, Sadako spreads her curse to unwilling viewers and causes untimely death. Special ability manifestation. Before manifestation, the Onryo, aka Sadako, becomes undetectable and invisible to survivors, but transmittedly visible when within 24 meters of them. Sadako must manifest to attack survivors. Press and hold the power button to manifest in your current position. Briefly after manifesting, Sadako will continue to be intermittently visible to survivors when within 24 meters. Afterwards, she will be fully visible within 24 meters for as long as she remains manifested. Sadako can demanifest by pressing and holding the power button. I don't know if they're going to get into it at all in this, but one of the ways they buffed her in this PTB was if you demanifested, you can now be like in chase. And then sorry, I'm yawning so much. And then there's a few other buffs to demanifestation, but I don't see anything about it in here, which is interesting. Special ability projection. Sadako can also take material form by projecting herself through a TV. Press the ability button when looking at a powered TV to project into it, shutting the TV off in the process. Survivor reflection condemned. Survivors can temporarily turn off TVs with the retrieve tape action at the TV furthest from their position. Survivors can spread Sadako's message by inserting their tapes, which reduces their condemned progress. This also turns TV off when Sadako projects. Any survivor powered TV again condemned progress. Before we condemn a fully condemned survivor is revealed by killer instinct and can be killed once downed. And then they touched her add-ons quite a bit. And some copy old newspaper I'm trying to remember what they touched. Wall stones. I know they touched Reikio's watch, which increases the visibility duration while demanifested by 25%. That was at 30-something%. They didn't mention it in here, but that invisibility part of that became base kit for Sadako. They'll probably go through and update her power description at some point, maybe, and to explain, like, some of those features, but who knows? Oh yeah, I think they did touch the ring drawing when hugging a survivor carrying a tape, others were scanning the condemned stack, rickety ring wheel, the mother's comb, the boy fingernail VCR, the iridescent videotape, remote control, distorted photo, tape editing, deck. So I can't remember exactly what they touched with Psycho, but they touched quite a bit. And finally, arguably the most interesting one, Billy, who I guess is holding his hammer from this year. That's interesting. Let's have it. Okay. Okay, so the pack that I'm using will have to get updated at some point because some of Billy's things aren't different, and they changed the rarity of. Yeah, the Apex muffler became purple, and the tune carburetor became iridescent. So those need to get flipped around at some point. Chainsaw. The chainsaw got a huge different change, which I will talk about after I read all this. The machine gave him a new life. One where the power was in his hands. Press and hold the power button to break into a chainsaw sprint. Survivors hit during a chainsaw sprint are put into the dying state. Revving the chainsaw and sprinting each cause the overdrive meter to increase. The meter decreases when the chainsaw is not in use. When the meter is full, the chainsaw goes into overdrive. Special state overdrive. While in overdrive, the chainsaw is enhanced. Chainsaw charge and sprint speed are increased, and chainsaw break cooldowns are reduced. Overdrive lasts for 20 seconds. So basically, what happens is that when he first released, he had a overheat mechanic, where if you like rev the chainsaw too much, it would like overheat, and then you couldn't use it for a while. But they turned that into overdrive for the chainsaw actually gets better. Not entirely sure what happened there, but that was the biggest change for him, obviously, besides the add-ons. So the steel toe, I believe they changed every single one, I believe, or at least most of them. So the steel toe boots, which I do remember them touching. Boots was a reinforced toe that offer protection from impact, decreases recovery time after hitting an object with the chainsaw by 10%. The dad's boots increased the chainsaw sprint turn rate by 30%. The cracked primer bolt. Survivors hit with the chainsaw are damaged or a single health save, but that also increases overdrive generation. The counterweight decreases chainsaw sprint's initial turn rate. The thermal casing decreases the speed at which the overdrive meter dissipates when not using the chainsaw by 10%. The spiked boots, which as you can see used to be, I believe that used to be purple, but then they changed a whole bunch of rarities for add-ons. Increases the chainsaw sprint turn rate by 45%. The off-ramp motor oil, which increases overdrive generation by 15%. Decreased throttle, which decreases recovery time after a successful chainsaw hit by 10%. Clogged intake, which increases overdrive duration by 15%. The Thompson Smith decreases recovery time after a successful chainsaw hit by 15%. The ragged engine decreases the speed at which the overdrive meter dissipates when not using chainsaw by 15%. The low kickback chains decreases recovery time after hitting an object with chainsaw by 15%. Discarded air filter increases the time it takes before the overdrive meter starts dissipating by 15%. The big rhyme chains, survivors hit with the chainsaw suffer on the mangled and hammered shadows effects until fully healed. The low pro chains continue a chainsaw spread after breaking a power wall. First hit with the chainsaw wall damage for a single health state. The high speed idler screw, which increases the time it takes before the overdrive meter starts dissipating by 20%. The filthy slippers, which after initiating a chainsaw sprint for 2 seconds, grants undetectable until the chainsaw sprint ends. The apex muffler, which used to be iridescent but is now a purple. Chainsaw is silent for survivors outside the tear radius. June's carburetor, which is which is the iridescent that replaced it. Increases chainsaw charge speed by 20%. It decreases base movement speed to 4.5 meters a second. And then the iridescent engravings, which increases chainsaw sprint movement speed by 20%, increases time required to charge the chainsaw by 12%. So that'll do it for my initial reaction and thoughts to the PTB, to Alan Wake's PTB overall. Again, it's hard for me to be excited because I don't know who Alan Wake is. I don't know anything about him. So it's very hard. So it's very, very hard and difficult for me to even care, honestly. But all the other changes that I can be far more appreciate. Subnautica, Billy Blights, all the perks, everything else, I really like. I do think Alan Wake has a pretty solid build. I think he does have a place here. I just don't know enough about him to, you know, um, to fully care. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell, do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps us out a lot and it means a lot to us. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.